I don't agree with this. They'll agree me to live video for YouTube like this. Hmm?
Yes.
Inec has told us BVAS will work. Please introduce yourself and the rest. Thank you, ma'am. Representative. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Once again, I remain Dr. S.A. Suli, Associate Professor of Human Management, University of Lagos. I am here to represent the result for Lagos Main Lab. Sorry, I had earlier presented this result, but a submission error was observed. I'm sorry for that. I think that please, please hold on. I need you, please come back. Please help us call I need you back. Please go ahead. Presidential elections, Lagos mainland, local government. Total number of registered voters, 250,616, 250616. Number of accredited voters, 45,686, 45686. Vote cast for each political party is hereby presented as follows. Party A, 98,098. Party AA, 13,013. Party A.
See this one where start this one. Be na person papa be this one. Can you imagine 29? It shall never be well with you now.
184, 184. Party ADP, 72,072. Party ABC, 20,030. 20030. Party ABGA, 062 62. Party APM, 017 17. Party APP, 010 10. Party BP, 052 52. Party LP, 18,698. 18698. Party NNPP, excuse me. The other time you called 300.
What did they talk?
Madam.
What did they talk? Idiot.
The error was the error
Error kill una head for them.
and it has been corrected and endorsed accordingly. 3005. 3005. Party PRP 007. 7. Party SDP 018. 18. Party YPP 074. 74. Party ZLP 465. 465. Total number of valid votes. Total number of valid votes cast. 43,143. 43143. Total number of rejected votes. 2,204. 2204. Total number of votes cast at Lagos mainland for presidential election. 45,347. 453. 47. Thank you very much. Are we taking cancellations before? Yes. We take cancellations? We have. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am. Please give us the copy. Are you talking about Lagos mainland? Okay. Okay, thank you very much. I'm sure I read this note. Thank you very much. Any other question? We are rejecting it. We are rejecting it because in the spirit of fairness, things have to be done properly. Okay, thank you very much. Just try to confirm again. This document has been signed by the agent of the Labour Party and it was duly signed. Thank you. Any other question? No other question. Are we expecting anybody very soon? Not for now. Because for now. I don't know. I think you will have the opportunity of doing that about the level of forum. Please lodge your complaint orally in writing. Please. Thank you.
Exactly. Exactly.
You let two people end your life.
So I am not accepting it. And I'm making it clear to the whole world.
Why you laugh? Only leave me, I beg.
And they work hard.
Which one is it?
You never your start.
No.
Only to look your
Hey, don't be people where they not be go look. Hey, I tell you for you, oh. Everybody did their house, they find house they want to win. They talk about this. I just on my this thing. Maybe a lot of people they will be say they know they watch them. I beg not let me they distract people where they watch. I beg.
They want to go where if they don't call the two people, say they want to go like they want to go.
They won't go fans. They want to do the other lie. Can you imagine?
All right, so some interesting perspective and scenario coming through from the Lagos State Coalition Center. Some of the results announced there, and you could also see some of the parties who
Shall they tell you for what that is? They say now look at the
figures,
Joes.
scores, how the parties performed in some of the results in local governments announced so far in Lagos. Well, some contentious bits as well. So there you go. Quite interesting one there, guys.
Local government area results that were first announced. One of the party agents actually had a complaint and they had to go out. And then they came, I think that was the last one that was just re-announced. And there was a little bit of adjustments in one of the parties, in some of the parties' figures, particularly the figure for PDP was somewhat adjusted, I think upwards a little bit. But my thinking is, as you said, Chamberlain, the inroads made by some parties into
I mean, so that
Lagos
the of Labour Party?
yes, and then some others that one would have thought would have made more, would have gotten more votes, didn't get as
Probably
much.
like the PDP who's been there before, they contested elections in Lagos several times.
So one begins to wonder what was the mindset of the Lagos voters when they went into this. But the one that, I mean,
They took no
the
prisoners.
feedback coming in from viewers is also the fact that the APC lost in the state capital.
It's certainly worth noting.
Yeah.
But so far, so good. 20 local governments where we're expecting results from. 8 is what seems to have been announced so far. Some contention there. You pointed out the fact that in Ikeja, which is the capital of Lagos State, it does appear that the APC lost some ground there, losing to the Labour Party. These are the results as being announced by Inec, and these are the results that Nigerians will have to go with, at least pending when we get any other results, regardless of what has been flying anywhere else. You have been saying it, but it looks like Lagos has been conforming somewhat to what we have been saying flying around on social media, especially from the polling units. People were very excited to post results of their polling units. I do not know.
Before day dark, they change everything. Before day dark, they change everything. Nigerians, you people should be doing better. Do better. You are so corrupt.
It's interesting to also
make corruption kill una heads. On that day break. Lagos, Obi win for Lagos yesterday. Like, I can't even count how many votes, yes, how many units yesterday that they voted that man. Even the so-called APC never reached 10.
For instance, looking at Badagry here, you have over 200,000 registered voters, and then you see that accredited voters is about a quarter of that, at 53,939. So you have to ask, is it that people didn't turn up? We've seen that people turned up to vote.
Look at Lagos mainland.
Yes.
45,000 accredited voters out of 250 registered voters.
All right.
The disparity is quite large.
Well, let's take a look at Kano.
Yeah.
That's another state where you may like to keep a very close eye, because they are also coming through with their figures. And you know how some of these things happen. When results are coming from one end, you think, oh, yeah, you're thumping your chest. And another one comes, and you get confused. And by the time you add up, it just kind of lets you settle down.
And the days when it used to be very competitive, it's still very competitive, but you know, where you have maybe opposing candidates, who have strongholds and say, oh, if you Lagos me, I'll handle you. It'll be very interesting to see what is happening in Kano, especially with the Kwankwa and So factor. Very strong right there in Kano. Well, one would have thought that he was going to make a huge showing in the Agege area of Lagos. But looking at the results that have been announced in the Agege area, it doesn't look like the NNPP has done very well there. Just 1,513 votes announced in their favor. But I imagine that in Kano, it will be a totally different ball game.
Yeah.
This is some of the pictures you're seeing at the collation center there. In Kano, 44 local governments is where we're expecting results from. Our correspondent, Sadiq Ilyasu, is certainly keeping tabs there and will let us know just how many have been announced so far. And from what has been officially announced, I think it's very important that we keep emphasizing that these are the figures, the official figures as announced by Inec, which is statutorily the body empowered to announce any results for any election. So yes, your polling unit results are valid. By all means, keep them. But when it comes to collation, looking at what has happened at the local government, looking at what has happened at the state level, these are the official results as we are getting them and we're passing them across to you.
It will be good to stay here that your polling unit results that you have, whether you took a picture or you took record of these, just so that you can compare. But the official, and now the officially announced results like INEC are the ones that will stand. But you just compare so that if you have any complaints whatsoever, like that agent of the Labour Party that was complaining at the Lagos Coalition Center, that's because she had evidence of what was. And it's
not supposed to be different.
Yeah.
But if you take a look at Wudil, for instance, in Jigawa State, some of them are also coming through. But then we also have seen some from Adamawa. I've also seen quite a number actually from Jigawa. But for that of Kano, which Sadiq He's also sending
on that daybreak, manipulate. They don't manipulate. These people just manipulate everything. Because I say, I think whether they call the stupid old man, we know they feel they blah blah. We know they feel they stand up for chair. Whether they are you to, whether they help, they stand up. Now anyone can be president. Some candidates of Nigeria are so stupid. You don't even know the kind of person you are electing on the presidential. Lucy Chama, good evening, sis. Are they vex for this place? Are they vex? Can you imagine? Selfish interest. Audio a live stream. I enter yesterday. I see that they count it. They deliver it. They send it to Inec with their system. With their system. At the end of the day, we are hearing all this rubbish. Nigeria, if we go change, now our hand the day. Now our hand. Because this is too much. It's getting out of hand.
4,000 plus votes coming in for the NNPP and the APC trading a distant 11,300. And 41. So,
Oni, did he not talk? Okay, don't be talk.
Does it talk?
Maybe not network.
True.
In 2/3 of the states of the federation. So if he takes Kano, which other states are going to fall to the strong man of the NNPP? That those are going to be the key questions. Certainly not Lagos, not from what we've seen so far.
They've got some interesting scenarios in Kano as well. For instance, if you look at Bagwai 10, the valid votes there, 31,867. 959 were rejected, but total votes cast is 32,826. But between the APC and the LNPP, they ranked each other really close. The APC polled 14,949, and the LNPP polled, look at that, 14,243. So that's how
APC won in that area.
Yeah, in this particular local government area. So it's a very interesting one. Yeah, they really ran themselves close. And so when you look through some of these things and you just compare, so you look at different regions, certain parties are running neck and neck, certain parties are giving themselves good run for their money. So quite interesting.
While the NNPP might be making great grounds there, we had brought our viewers pictures of the collation center in Yola as well, the Adamawa State capital. You can also see there that, the PDP, which is the home state, which is the party of the presidential candidate of the PDP, that's Adamawa is the home state of the presidential candidate there. You can also see that he's also making a good showing in his own home state, the PDP in Song local government area, coming home with 20,406 votes when compared to the APC's 10,993. The NNPP had 1,223, Labour Party 8,506, highly significant as well. That is in the home state of the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party. So it does look like these elections highly unpredictable. That's why it's extremely important that people wait for the official results. And we are keeping track of as many of the collation centers as we can. If you go to our YouTube platform, just in case you want to follow as many as you want to simultaneously, we are keeping track for you on our YouTube platform. Just go to youtube.com/channelsweb. And just in case you would like to let us know how you feel about the collation so far, our handles are still there for you. It's 2023's verdict at channelstv.com.
Yes, indeed. So all of those that we have brought you, and in case you like to get more information, the news on the hour will be coming to you, the news at 10. So you'll get to see all of that for the news at 10.
Just before we go, I'd like to say here that, again, the results announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission are the only results that stand authentic. And going by the Electoral Act as amended, if you post any other result contrary to that which is announced by the Independent National
You people are capping rubbish. You people are saying rubbish. Una don't know what you they talk.
Okay.
Una don't know what you they talk. Mommy Mercy, thank you for joining. Please, guys, like the live stream. Una don't know what you they talk. Una they talk rubbish.
At 10, so don't forget, just keep
Una
it
they
up,
talk
so
rubbish.
we'll give you all the results as announced by the commission.
Now some person go there for 4 years now. 4 years. If 4 years reach now, they not go great change. The person where tell them people not go like to promote. He go still do corruption. He go still there. 8 good years. Speaking with them for 8 years, you know how it be. Speaking with them for 8 years now, where this two, where they do anyhow like this. You don't know how 8 years old a child don't reach. These people they use person till they play. They are starting again. They want to start from another state now.
Become your best self with new and exciting data plans from 9Mobile. Visit www.9mobile.com.ng or any of our 9Mobile Experience Center.
9Mobile, here for you, here for Naija.
Everyone dreams of owning a home, but not everyone has the budget. We understand this, and that's why at Meridian Park Estate, everyone has a fair chance to own a home in Ajah and environs. Over the years, we have consistently and creatively delivered homes at prices that beat the market by about 20% and still furnish them with a flexible plan that makes payment convenient. That's why when our clients fear for price, we confidently say, not even your budget can stop you. Don't let your budget stop you from owning a fully built 3-bedroom maisonette duplex in Ajah for as low as 9.99 million naira key collection deposit and spread the balance over a period of 24 months. For more details and inquiries on how to save millions on a home in Ajah, visit www.meridianparkestate.com.
I am in Basic 2. I am from Uba Community Primary School 2. The people from Ubek, representative from the Abia State Government, headmistress and teachers from Uba Community Primary School 2. My fellow pupils, ladies and gentlemen, good day. We welcome you to this unique occasion. We thank our President Muhammad Buhari for the school feeding program. Some of us do not eat while coming to school, but this school feeding has helped us a lot. May God bless our presidents and governors in Jesus' name.
Me, I'm versing already, Mary. I'm versing already because the result they are calling is not even friendly. The result they are calling is not friendly. They went for break. They are coming back. Nonsense people. Even the stupid so-called women, the women they are calling the result. If you see them, see that one, bleaching cream don't spoil that one face. That one a person mama oh. Bleaching cream don't spoil the face. Even they shake for mouth to even talk. How much they paid you? How much? How much is your salary? Civil servant. Civil servant. They collect bribe. And your children are still suffering. You can never take your child to any university. Even the university where your children they go, it is very difficult for you to pay their school fees. See, say you there for telly. because APC give una money, now they do like this. 1 week pleasure, 1 week. If you even reach 1 week where the money go even finish safe, 2 days that money don't finish. Now they cry, Nigeria, 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 Nigeria. We are tired. We are tired. We are tired. Why would you people be tired when you are collecting bread? See that stupid woman that was calling the result for Badagry. See her. That one na my mother age mate, but see the way she be.
Terms and conditions apply.
Hold past the age. You still they collect money for government. How you be? You never find nothing. You know, get better wig for head. Make them know say, see how this woman fine or they chop money. The money not they show for your body. Come here, come they call rubbish results where we don't know. I wish the money they show for their body now. For they say, oh, the money they show for their body. See, how that woman be. The money not even they show for her body. Upon no say the money we go collect today. So she be. Carry a natural hair, they like Chris woman. They there for public place. No makeup, nothing. Tomorrow, if you don't talk finish for live video, finish for national presidential, they'll give you 10,000 naira, 50,000 naira. They will give you 50,000 naira. Can you use it to buy food stuff at home? 1 week, it don't finish.
Sweet flour air freshness scent and a quality product.
Tomorrow they'll say Nigeria no good. Where we are the problem, not even the leaders. Because they are bribing our soul, they are bribing our spirits.
With graduate and non-graduate companies. This program has enrolled the following vulnerable youths to date. But A has the 200,000 number, but B 300,000 as mentioned in my earlier statement, while by C1 has 510,000 youths, and by C2 490,000 youths. In total, we have 1.5 million of these youth, unemployed youth, that are being engaged and being supported.
This message is brought to you from the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the News at 10. Live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Melinda Akilami.
Welcome tonight. Independent National Electoral Commission announces the presidential election result from Ekiti State as it opens its election collation center for the presidential election. Labour Party calls for the cancellation of the presidential election results over what it describes as intimidation.
Setting up the IREV from a platform for managing
Sorry, guys.
state elections to one for managing nationwide general elections. It is indeed not unusual for glitches to occur and be corrected in such situations. The electoral body therefore assures that its technical team is working assiduously to solve all the outstanding issues, adding that users of the IREV would have noticed improvements since last night. A day after Nigerians went to the polls to elect a new president that will run the affairs of the country for the next 4 years, the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, has announced the result of that election from
What result? What result?
The INEC chairman made the announcement after the commission opened its collation center in Abuja today, later adjourned the exercise to Monday, February the 27th, when more states are expected to present their results at the National Collation Center.
The National Collation Center for the 2023 presidential election officially opened by noon on Sunday, February 26, 2023.
And the international observers.
The INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, sets the ground rules for the exercise.
As soon as any of the scopes arrives, the process of collation will begin. Once the process begins, the collation center will be open all day and all night, subject only to short breaks as may be announced by the returning officer.
Unlike other previous briefings, the hall has the presence of more party agents as well as local and foreign observers.
Any of the candidates.
The INEC chairman makes an appeal regarding the announcement of results.
I appeal to all political parties and media organizations to draw their figures only from the official results released by the Commission as the only body constitutionally responsible for releasing official election figures.
The meeting then adjourned for 5 hours as there was no state results available for presentation. At exactly 6:18 p.m., the meeting reconvened with the Ekiti State Collation Officer along with the state's resident electoral commissioner ready to present its report.
The total number of votes received by the presidential candidates of each of the political parties are as follows. Party AA, 29 votes. Party AAC, 108 votes. Party APC, 201,494. Party NNPP, 264 votes. Party PDP, 89,554 votes.
The collation officer gives additional information regarding void votes.
Total number of rejected votes, 6,301. Total number of rejected votes, 6,301. Total vote cast, 314,472. Total vote cast, 314,472. There are two places where elections were, where we had cancellation. Ekiti local government, Ward 4, polling unit 7, and Ekiti East local government, Ward 7, polling unit 6. The reasons for the cancellation are bypass of beavers and overvoting.
In the absence of objections from party agents, the collation officer submits the results to the INEC chairman, who is the chief returning officer for the 2023 presidential election. The sitting is then adjourned to Monday, February 27, when more state collation officers are expected to present their report.
Meanwhile, collation of results are also ongoing across many states in the country. Our next report brings an update of the situation across the states.
The state INEC offices across the country have also been busy collating presidential and National Assembly results. In Katsina, the home state of President Muhammadu Buhari, results have so far been declared in 7 out of 34 local government areas. Still in the northwest, in Kano State, 18 out of 44 local government collation officers have presented results of the presidential elections in the state. The state collation officer, Professor Lawal Suleiman Gilbis, along with the resident electoral commissioner, are receiving the results at the Kano INEC headquarters. 179 votes. While in Yobe State, collation of presidential and National Assembly elections has commenced at the INEC headquarters in Damaturu, the state capital. 178 registration areas. In the north-central Benue State, collation center for the presidential election opens and has started computing results from the 23 local government areas of the state. Down to the south-south in Delta State, reports say there are no activities at the state INEC collation center as results from the various local governments are still being expected.
Unfortunately, that's very serious and alien to me because every polling is supposed to have a result sheet. Where they don't have, they ask the office to provide a replacement result sheet. And in Warri Southwest, they had that issue. And the dispatch driver that came and took a replacement result sheet to cover the result of the area that didn't have result sheet.
In Rivers State, the INEC Collation Center has commenced collation of results from the 23 local government areas of the state. So far, 5 local government areas have been collated, with 2 turned down by the collation officer over irregularities in computation. In Ebonyi State, results presented for equal local government area by the electoral officer, Dr. Okechukwu Ibiam, have just been rejected as officials cited inconsistencies in the figures presented. The Labour Party is crying foul, citing manipulation and manufacturing of results by INEC officials in states across the country, especially Lagos, Edo, Rivers and Imo State. At a press briefing at the party's headquarters in the nation's capital, Abuja, the party's national chairman, Mr. Julius Abure, also decries the violence meted out on Labour Party supporters, faulting the claims by INEC that the commission's server was down and calling on the commission to cancel the presidential election results.
That confirmed that manipulations of the presidential elections results have occurred in Lagos, Rivers, Imo, parts of Edo.
Grace, good evening, sis. Good evening, everyone.
And some northern states.
Sade B.
These manipulations were carried out under the watchful eye.
Now only to the cheats. Now Sabina don't know anything.
Officers at the various election units and INEC offices. The decision of INEC to go ahead to announce these doctored results based on manufactured voting has defeated the efforts made by Nigerians to see that the Electoral Act was amended to allow for electronic transmission of results. And the Labour Party and our presidential candidate, His Excellency Peter Obi, only accept results which reflect the actual voting results obtained at the polling unit.
Una know say na dey lie. Una no wan record the actual results because una know say una no wan make Peter Obi leader. Because una no wan make it come into existence say Labour Party don't ever win for Nigeria as a whole. Evil people.
If there is a daylight robbery, there must be a remedy to it.
Exactly. Daylight robbery.
In the meantime, civil society organizations and election observers are also noting irregularities with the election process and calling on the electoral umpire INEC to address these issues to engender trust in the process. At a multiple media briefing in the nation's capital, the groups are also decrying pockets of violence across the country and logistic challenges faced by the electoral umpire. They are also curious as to why election results are slow to be uploaded on the Inec portal and collation centers.
The 2023 presidential election has entered the collation stage across the country, and election observers in Abuja are noting issues with the process.
The delay in uploading the result undermines public confidence.
Don't reach 5 o'clock yesterday night. Result not re-upload.
Deviates from the guidelines for the elections and it fails to meet citizens' expectations. Thus far, the 2023 presidential elections are once again a missed opportunity.
The Situation Room observed that there were delayed deployments of election officials and materials across the country, leading to late commencement of accreditation and voting in more than 70% of the polling units visited. In Abia, Anambra, Bayelsa, Ebonyi, Kaduna, Enugu, Imo, Rivers, and Kaduna states, as well as the Federal Capital Territory, there were significant delays in the commencement of polls, with several polling.
They were not delayed, they did not come, they did not attend. The Inec did not come.
National intelligence tool Uzabi highlights trends across the nation, which they say point to the gaps within the structure of the election process.
A lot of places for Anambra. Yesterday, Anambra, they not come that place. See people, see people for a primary for school. See people for school. They not come. These people come reach 9, 6 o'clock. They go come. They will drive go and make. I still they watch them for live video. They go say they don't see all this live, all this social media video for this thing. Very stupid country we not organize. All those if Italy even they do election, all these abroad people, UK, all these people where they do election. Now so they say they do their election. Now so that they fight. Person you still carry a leg, go still vote. Now no let them vote in peace. And they do pasha for there. People there abroad they fear to go Nigeria because of saying Nigeria not good.
The moment to see if these concerns are addressed as the vote collation process continues across the country.
In part 2, after the break, Social, Economic and Rights Project SERAP seeks U.S. visa ban for politicians and other perpetrators of violence in the just concluded elections. That's in a moment. Join us again.
And enjoy 10 times airtime bonus on every recharge, plus double data bonus on all data plans. On the 29th of March to the 2nd of April 2023, the National Population Commission will be conducting a comprehensive population and housing census to generate reliable, sustainable, and up-to-date data needed for policy formulation, security, national planning, and development. Population and housing census. National Population and Housing Census 2023. It's your civic responsibility. Please support it. The 2023 Population and Housing Census is being conducted by the National Population Commission. Personal data systems, PDAs, will be deployed countrywide for the census.
Imagine they call it Ekiti first. For the whole Nigeria, na Ekiti. Ekiti na be the first country, first state where they call. Even Abuja result never reach Abuja. Na Ekiti wey no get airport don't reach. God forbid though. If not be wayo where they want to mago.
How many honorables does Trophy Lager refresh yearly? Yes. The correct answer is D. D, final answer? Yes, final answer. D. D is correct. Trophy Lager refresh and millions of honorables can't be wrong.
Who went to vote? Exactly. Now ghost now. Who went to go and vote? I saw that video. I saw that post that they voted on the 20. Who was the people? Who? You know, I watched one video when all these Hausa people, they were using their hand, the ink, the ink they're supposed to be using for people. They were using it to match the paper like this, to mark it with their fingers. Can you imagine? Registered voted 987.647, updated 2:11 a.m. GMT February 20. How come? Who voted? Na spirit. I been at my grandfather where they grave. Now I go vote this voting on the 20th of February. My God. Only God go save person for this Nigeria.
MTN 5G's amazing technology will change how we experience life and the internet. Get ready to encounter the incredible and remember, no juju, but MTN 5G.
This is total rubbish. I mean total rubbish. They won't start. We dey wait for them. Hold fools.
Agree.
logistics challenges. In Kaduna State, some of the voters told Channels Television that they stepped up the polling unit to enable them to
See, small children that they vote. Who gives the voters card?
Unfortunately, their machine had issues, so we couldn't vote. And some of us had were opportunity to go in. But again, the people did not send our details. We were wondering why. Why would we give our details? And we're duly registered to have our PVCs.
Meanwhile, voters in the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital Polling Unit Ward 2 have begun casting their ballot after waiting for hours for INEC officials to arrive with materials for the continuation of the exercise there. Voting was suspended there yesterday due to the malfunctioning of the BVAS.
Very shameful Nigeria, my sister. Very shameless. Shameless people.
From morning to evening, nothing happened here. Yesterday, they said the river they brought was bad.
In Yobe State, as at 1 p.m. on Sunday, the collation of presidential election results was yet to commence at the INEC headquarters in Damaturu, the state capital. It was gathered that results from local government areas that are far away from the state capital may arrive late. Collation of results may not be starting anytime soon in Jos Plateau State, as polling officials were held hostage until early this morning after they suspended the exercise due to reported hitches with the BVAS. The voters had refused to allow the officials leave the polling units 084 Wushari, Rakubu in Jos North area. The electoral officer of Jos North, Mr. Fred Obuji.
A lot of people did not vote. A lot of units did not conduct the election. How come they are calling the places that this place? Then they call millions like say now this thing that they call. Where even be say some units never reach 50. They never reach 100. Then they call millions for only one unit. Who put those people for there? Which voters card?
So we'll get back.
Why you?
But meanwhile, the adult can hear. So as soon as possible, I think the vote will still come so that you can conclude your voting.
Abia, Kebbi, and Bayelsa states are some of the other states where results collation may not start anytime soon, as voting is expected to continue today. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, had postponed the polls in the states owing to violence perpetrated by political thugs who carted away some BVAS machines. Meanwhile, in some parts of the FCT, counting of ballots in the presidential and national...
I even watched this woman yesterday when this particular place, I watched her for last stream yesterday where she did, where Obi win for their this thing. But when the result now, they don't hijack her. They'll say, okay, Obi win 100 now. May we put 50 for her. APC, they'll put 2 million for her for there. Nonsense, Nigeria.
After taking part in the elections, some residents in Lagos are narrating their experience. Channels Television visited some parts of Lagos after election day to feel the pulse.
Even you, madam, when they talk, you don't see what happened for the social media yesterday.
The streets in Lagos is calm and quiet on the day after the presidential election. Some voters share their experience.
Hi, Joseph. You welcome, sister.
My experience voting yesterday was peaceful. The environment was peaceful. I voted at the primary school behind Moodle, and that's where I've been voting for the past 12 years. And it was
Annie, delicious. Welcome, sis. Thank you for joining.
Names on the board, and where they pasted the names. We stayed on, people were sharing drinks, it was a happy situation. We had other people coming, policemen, people from Inec, it was some observers, but it was like a community thing. Everybody was happy. There was nobody fighting. There was nobody pushing.
That one for your place. Now they for no fight.
But it was still a thing. Eventually, I voted. I'm so glad that I was able to vote. It was my first time ever.
The independent night.
Place where the
papers were pasted, I saw my name quickly, got on the line, and I was able to vote. I'll give them 8/10. And I only took 2 out just because they didn't come on time. We were supposed to start 8:30 and finish 2:30. So they changed the time to 9:30 to 3:30.
I swear, can you imagine? Yesterday, that place, that place where you even they talk. So now Obi now wait for that place. Now Obi wait for. I don't even know what is going on in this so-called Nigeria.
I'll give them an 8 because of the leaders.
My country.
That makes the difference because then that cuts off a lot of.
It's supposed to be free and fair election, but yesterday was not. It's not a free and fair election,
is waiting with bated breath as the result is eagerly anticipated.
I'm very anxious, and same way other my friends around that will be talking. So I'm very anxious. I cannot just wait to hear the announcement of results.
My dear, they don't disappoint us. No excitement again.
New ways of doing things, new governance structures, everything should be revamped. That's all we need.
Whoever wins should shape the system of the country, the economy system of the country. Scarcity of money, no food, no home, no fuel. Things are so high. Whoever wins, we know what to do. All of them have they have the manifesto.
As negotiations gear up for a new week, all eyes will be on Inec as they look forward to an end to suspense.
In Edo State, details are emerging concerning the violence that allegedly put an abrupt end to voting in some units in Ego local government area, in particular Ward 1, Uwelu. The local government collation officer included this information along with others presented at the Edo State Collation Center for the presidential election in Benin City, the Edo State capital.
Ward 1, Uwelu. I think it involved 6 polling units. Uwelu code is 5, 6 polling units.
Can you imagine?
With total registered voters of 4,362. What we heard was that from the POs was that while voting was going on, we were announcing the results. Some persons came there, fires gunshot into the air, and started burning the ballot papers, and they had to run away for their lives. So they could not recover electoral materials.
Can you imagine? Can you just imagine?
We also had some problems in Ego involving some polling units where the polling officers and the SPO disappeared with election results and materials.
But if the election, even if say they no a bodyguard, no the police, no the people supposed to just vote peacefully and go their home, because they not trust una, they can't dey there with una for midnight. Yesterday around after 2 o'clock. People are still doing live stream on Instagram, on TikTok. God, send this thing for Inec. You know, Grisana. May God punish all those stupid coppers. All those coppers where they pay for this election, where they collect money. Now God go punish you now. Una not go ever see work. Una not go ever na suffer na go there put. Una not go see work. Because most of the copper yesterday, no one green sign paper, sign this thing. They force them to sign paper. Tomorrow now they look for work. Now they look for work. Now look for that work. Now there. They look for work. Now so that they beg the boy, to register this form. I was this P Square Okoye, P Square and Paul. I don't know what is their name. I was in their live stream yesterday. They were begging this woman. They were begging this stupid copper boy, just to sign this thing. He said, "Don't sign now. He don't sign now." And the boy was lying. He said he forget password. How can you forget password? How can you forget password? You call yourself say you be copper. You forget password. You dey lie because you want cheat. Because of 50,000 they gave you. Tomorrow, una go dey look for work. This so-called Inec wey una dey work with, they not go ever employ una. Una they do acting now, body they sweet una they collect free money. Tomorrow they go, they look for work, they go. They look for work, they go. Rubbish. Not be country where you go university, finish at the end of the day, you go open salon, or you go they sell clothes, or you go they do business. Not be this country. Not fit use your certificate to work. Go school for nothing. Not be to go school. You go get work. You go get work. Collect 50,000 naira pleasure. See their face, thief. Rubbish. That woman begging this woman yesterday in the live stream. Madam, sign this thing now. Register this thing. Register this thing. Not that there's no network or there is network. She refused to sign it. She refused. She refused. Hey, sis Joy. Good evening, sis. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm so hungry. Like I'm so hungry. The result these people are calling is not even making me to smile at all. Person go Nigeria now, you no go fit even sit down for a papa house. You go the wrong, they go they find hotel where you go stay, go they spend money up and down. See one of my friends now, he go to Africa, they rob her. She cannot come back now. They rob her. They rob her in Nigeria. They rob her. They rob this girl. Now, no document to come back now. Can you imagine? See country. Person go in your country, no go. Person go in your country, in no office, in no office, settle down. Go they look for hotel where go see, put his head. Because of say he go in your papa land, I be go in your birth of origin. Only God go know as that one go take come back. Only God. And I say go spend money put. Come on. May they start this thing, may they remove all this rubbish thing where they do, I beg. Because my body they hot now. Beauty, good evening, sis. Good evening, happy Sunday. All this one where they show now, they prepare me for my body. May they remove all these things, I beg. Don't be all this one we want see. Now the election, may they call the result, may person know where a day. Even your own money, if you know if you collect, I send my mom 1 month now. I send that woman money. She could not able to collect that money. I have to send another money again. Now, okay, now say I get the money to the waste. I be not go ever better for all these stupid people. I need to send somebody money to give to my mother because that person is using ATM. That person will now go to this thing to go and be collecting the money and be giving my mother. Can you just imagine? You get my own money for this thing, not go fee user. It's my own fees. Everyone. Cannot withdraw your own money. Cannot you withdraw your own money in your country? I'm weeping. I'm weeping. I did not sleep. I know I'm not in Nigeria, but yesterday I could not able to sleep because of the things that I am seeing now. Because of the things throughout yesterday, since I wake up from bed, 8 o'clock, I don't wake up. I carry my phone, morning till night, social media. My phone even they hot. Imagine the people that even went there to go and vote. May they remove it. What be this somewhere that they show? May they remove all this thing. May they record the result. Where person know what it did for a year. Nonsense people. Nigeria in diaspora, is it diaspora they want to die? Will they go home? They not go home. God forbid me I go there for another person land though. God forbid. I not go my country. Now yeah, I want there forever. I not go my country. I not go my country. I just tired. They no more call results. See what they do. Do you know what is the time now? See time. Can you imagine? 10:38 now. They are still doing all this rubbish. Only one place now they don't call. Only Lagos now they call since so. Only Lagos. And one place, so then a Yola, they say that they call them, I don't know, for Aunsa place. They still call one place. Just they play with the citizen. Our own fellow citizen, and they do all these things. They say na leader give una money, una chop, una collect money, una sell vote. How country want it better? How country go take better? How country go take better? Diaspora people, they no go home. Now here they born them. Now here be their house. The children they are going to give birth to, are they not going to their motherland, going to their fatherland? Are they going to because they gave birth to them in foreign in diaspora? They are not going to their country anymore. Would they go to their country anymore? The children they gave birth to the diaspora, are they not going home? Will they go home? Will they go and know their origin? Their roots? They not go know their roots. Now another person land they want that put. A stupid citizen.
TV.com has more information on our top stories and others. Subscribe and watch Channels Television's live stream on YouTube and other social media platforms using your mobile device browser, or download the Channels TV app for Android
Not blame
and
now.
iOS devices from their respective stores. You can also watch us via your smart TV platforms on Apple TV, Android TV, Fire TV, and Roku. Channels Television, ubiquitous. Stay connected to the world with Channels TV Podcast and get all the trending stories. Simply log on to channelstv.com, click on podcast, select the program of your choice, and listen. Our podcast is available on Apple, Google, and Spotify. Tap the expertise you trust. Touch the stories that
Sis, good evening. Welcome, Chika. Good evening, sis. We are waiting for them to call. I don't know what is. They are just doing too much adverts. Time when they'll take call result, they no call result. They play for them. Children in the diaspora, the children that they gave birth to in the diaspora, won't they go home? Won't they go home? Are they not going to their fatherland or their motherland again? Because of say person can't born for this country now, you no can't go house again, no go fit go house.
from the north to the south, east and west.
Person go get documents, not fit go house because of the country where it come from. May they not go collect documents for in hand, or may they not go kill and throw away. May they not go kill the person throw away.
Network Africa tells the African story from the African.
This one they are just doing. They are calling APC since APC. Imagine how many people in one unit. Even yesterday, I didn't even know.
Channels Television
On
YouTube and other social media platforms using your mobile device browser, or download the.
They never collect money. They don't collect money in our youth corpus. They don't collect money because it was only youth corpus that was in. That is the stupid Inec people. The Inec people they are coming to the poly unit is youth corpus. I saw a lot yesterday on live stream, begging the stupid lady to confirm this thing on the internet. She refused. Even to count the vote was even a problem. To count vote, you cannot count vote. You are delaying. Why? What are you waiting for? Can you imagine? Some of the live stream that I watched yesterday on TikTok, I watched about six live stream from last stream. If I scroll, I'll say, let me scroll, I'll still see another live stream. Let me scroll, I'll still see another live stream. Yesterday, do you know what it was the time? After 2, after 1, yesterday, they are still counting. They are still counting. They never even register. Oh. They never register.
Our website, channelstv.com, has more information on our top stories and others. Subscribe and watch Channels Television's live
Not good for them.
on YouTube and other social media platforms.
I wish they came early. They said 8:30. I wish they arrived at place 8:30. They could have left the 2:30. They said that it's 2:30. They are going to leave. That lady on money, Choma Chukuka, a friend, she left around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock this morning. They could not register because no network. But imagine those people, they are using internet. Their internet are working. Why that so-called computer is not working? The tablet that they were using, why that tablet not work? Why the tablet not work? Why the tablet not work? But people were using internet. Well, people were using internet in that place, but the laptop refused to work. Not even laptop, it's a tablet. It refused to work, which is very bad. Now they don't scatter everything for person hand. Lagos, only Lagos yesterday host Peter Obi. How come today now Lagos now don't change to only for the stupid the stupid old man wey no fit stand up. Guys, I want to end the live stream. Thank you everyone for joining. I don't know if they are going to show it again. If they are going to call the results, I'll come back live. Thank you for joining, guys.